Recorded because I see that this switched off.
So I can speak loudly.
I when you connect the wire, it records nothing unless it is switched on. Oh, I'm sorry for this.
No, that's fine, sir. So should I start from beginning or what?
Technical glitch. You can read from this slide.
Okay. Now we'll be studying about the poetic techniques used in this poem. Firstly, we'll be reading about enjambment. As I mentioned earlier, enjambment occurs when a line is cut off before its natural stopping point. It is a transition or a continuation between lines. There is no connection between the two lines, but there is still an abrupt cut or a jump cut, as we say in the world of video making. Second, end stop. End stop is basically an end stopped line is a pause that occurs at the end of a line of poetry. It might conclude a phrase or sentences. Why this is important? Because this poem structure has no rhyming scheme. It is a full 120 line stanza. So we need to break it line by line of phrase by phrase. Third is caesura. Caesura is a break or pause in the middle. Caesura, sir. Caesura is a break or pause in the middle of a line of verse. These breaks can be towards the beginning, middle, or the end of a line. So there is like first line started, he is pausing at second line end, then he again starts third line, then he will be stopping at fifth line. He randomly stops. So there is no particular way of poetic techniques that he has used, like assonance, consonance. He has not used them. He has used things like this because it is written as a one stanza. There are 20 lines in the whole poem, as you can see in your printouts, because he is trying to avoid rhyming scheme. As his writing style is very straight to the point, because he wants to spread the message through his poem, urging the reader to stop letting others control their happiness and take accountability for their own life. If we go around how does Charles Bukowski actually write, then we can say he's really realistic with his words. It kind of sounds depressing sometimes. He'll be blunt, he'll be straight to the point, on point, and he wants to stop others to decide that your life should be given to someone else to take control of it, and you should take your own control. So that you slowly start realizing that marvelous things can happen to you when you take control of your own life. Now we'll be diving deep into the stanzas. So I have separated the whole poem. There's 20 lines. I have done 1st to 4th, 5th to 11th, 12th to 16, and 17 to 20. We'll be having 4 slides. Your life is your life. Don't let it be clubbed into dank submission. Be on the watch. There are ways out. As you can notice, the poem begins with a uncapitalized letter. It's not started with a capital Y. It's started with an uncapitalized letter. Because he knows his words are not that beautiful and he speaks on point and straight on point, hence he needs to emphasize the beginning by playing with our minds. Hence he is using an uncapitalized letter by writing small case y and then the whole sentence. So he's not trying to impress us with beautiful lines, but just trying to spread the clear message, clarify the proper message he has for us. Your life is your life. This first line is gone throughout the whole poem. This is being repeated throughout the whole poem. And this is the central concept for what is Bukowski trying to argue with us. This is the main argument of the whole poem. He is trying to prove it to us that our life is our life. It's not someone else's life. So only we should control our lives. Don't let, the word don't let here, he is trying to teach us that, he's trying to teach all of us that we should be dictating the path of our life. We should not be depending on someone else's word. This shows a kind of an idea of passivity. Passivity, what does passivity means? Exactly what does passive voice means? Active voice, passive voice. Being passive means that you are letting someone else do your work, or you are depending on someone else. Active will be like you will be yourself involved in doing something. So first he tells us, don't let it be clubbed into dank submission. But he's also saying your life is your life. So he tells us that don't let someone control your life, but he's also telling us not to club it into a dank submission. So it is a contradiction of his own ideas. That first he is pointing, this is a classic symptom of allowing people to control one's life and showing how it is something to be avoided. So he tells us that it's your own life, but he's also telling us that don't let someone else control your life. So his words are not matching. This word dank submission basically means you are submitting yourself to someone. You're basically letting someone else take all of your decisions. So by this is him again promoting the idea, this is him again going against the idea of passivity. This will urge the reader even more to take control of your life, because he's at this point trying to gaslight the reader that you should be taking control of your own life. Don't let others do it for you. Be on the watch, there are ways out. This is his way of telling us positively that yes, someone else was taking care of your life earlier, but now you should take control of your own life, because there are ways out of that control. And now you can go towards focusing on how to control your own life rather than depending on other people.
Okay, just let me slightly aid. Your life is your life. The sentence sounds like an advice. So when someone says your life is your life, they mean you should be in control of your life, not other people. Don't let your life, be clubbed into damn submission. Do not submit to what other people say. Do not follow other people's advice only. Do not do what other people say. Ask yourself, what's my aim? And then do what your heart says. Not blindly follow other people's advice. Because your life is your life. And the decisions you take, you will bear the consequences. So seek advice from teachers or others, fine advice. But understand that ultimately you will be responsible for whatever happens in your life. So here the meaning is that you should have the control of your life, and you should be responsible for what happens in your life. Be on the watch. See, be on the watch might mean be watchful what you do, what you eat, whom you meet, where you go. Be watchful about people around you, what they say to you, what they do to you, what advice they give. Somebody can say, let's go to a restaurant. And then they can say, let's smoke. Be on the watch. The advice they are giving is, let's smoke. Now it's up to you. Will you smoke? You will get cancer. Be on the watch means, don't follow that advice. Because don't think everybody gives you good advice. Right? Be on the watch. There are ways out, means there are ways to avoid doing bad things. You can easily avoid doing harmful things in life. You can avoid. There are solutions, there are ways you can avoid bad things in life. Go on.
Now we'll be moving to the line 5th to line 11th part. There is light somewhere. It may not be much light, but it beats the darkness. Be on the watch. He's again mentioning be on the watch. The gods will offer you chances. Know them, take them. The poet has here given a hint of light. And he is connecting the word light to happiness, because Bukowski always supports enjoyment of life and he's representing it by light. If I'll give an example. For example, have you all watched that Mentos ad? Have you guys watched Mentos ad? What is the slogan of Mentos? Anyone?
Dimag ki batti jala de, is that? I don't know.
Life jingalala, dimag ki batti, exactly. They show a bulb. Like before you eating Mentos, there's like your life is very still, there's nothing happening, dull. But then after eating the Mentos, your life is very expressive and very nice. And they are showing it with a light bulb as a symbol. So exactly that way you can connect the same idea. He's doing the same thing. He's using a light, the word light, to show that it means happiness or prosperous or better things in life. He says it may not be much light. He knows that there might not be much support around you, or there might not be much resources around you to be able to fight or beat the darkness, but it still will beat the darkness, which shows that you can fight for your own happiness in life rather than letting your life just move along the way. He again says be on the watch, because he's again trying to warn us that you should be careful, you should be taking care of whatever decision you are taking. The gods will offer you chances, know them, take them. He's trying to support that if one takes control of your own life, God will offer you choices. You need to be ready to accept them. Now I'll again mention a line. This is in Hindi. The line says that भगवान उसी की मदद करता है जो अपनी मदद करता है. God helps them who helps themselves, as we said. So the line exactly means that gods will offer you chances, but it will be only working if you actually want those chances to work for you. We'll be going through this in the stanza 12 to 16 also again.
Okay, finished?
No, sir. Little bit. Sorry. He has written, the gods will offer you chances. And again also in the before paragraph he says there are ways out. He's using a sense of plural. He's trying to suggest that there's not only one way out there, there's not only one chance you'll get in life. There'll be multiple chances. This is just trying to show that even if you fail in life or even if you went the wrong way, now is the time that you need to take the control of your own life and make it how you want it to be. But you need to be willing to be able to go through these chances. Hence, then he says, know them, take them. This has been repeated double times. This reflects his straight to the point attitude, which is he's just trying to combine all the information he has received. He also wants us to take control of our own lives. He's again telling the same thing, that take control of your own lives, take those opportunities available so that you will never be in trouble and you will feel like you have controlled your own life and you have everything in your own hand and not in someone else's hand.
Okay, good explanation. Let me also add, you see one binary in the system is light versus darkness. Light and darkness is a binary in the system. Yeah? And you see that in literature, words have connotative meaning, suggestive meaning. So there is light somewhere. So when you say there is light somewhere, you mean there is darkness here. Here is darkness. And connotatively, darkness implies uncertainty. And light may imply certainty. Because when there is light, you see what is there. When there is light, you can see things clearly. So you know what is happening. And when there is darkness, you do not see things clearly. So you don't know what is happening. So darkness might imply uncertainty in life, and light might imply certainty in life. And light also might imply, when you see, if you are traveling at night, for example, across mountains, you are trekking and you could not find the lodge on time, and it became dark, and you are walking down the road, down the trail in the mountain, and far across the mountain is your light. Now you know there is a hotel, probably there is a restaurant, probably there is somebody living. So you have a point to follow. Now you can follow that light. See the lighthouse, ships in the ocean, when they don't know which way to go, there are lighthouses, and they can follow light. So light stands for guidance. Light stands for guidance. Light stands for direction. And who gives you guidance, direction in life? Your teachers give you guidance, direction. Your friends give you guidance, direction. We are right below the flight line. Even your parents give you guidance. So look for light means look for guidance from your seniors. Look for guidance from your teachers. Look for guidance from gurus. Just as Steve Jobs went to India. Why? Looking for light. Why? Because Steve Jobs felt that there is darkness in life because he didn't know his parents. See this, you can apply this poem to both the stories, Shoe Dog as well as Steve Jobs. So light and then beat the darkness. So if you follow the light, the guidance, the suggestion, the advice, the direction, you can beat the darkness, you can beat the uncertainty. Be on the watch. Look for the guidance. One meaning of this can be look for the guidance. Another meaning can be alert that you don't stumble in darkness. When you walk in darkness, you have to be watchful. When you walk in darkness, you have to be watchful. You have to step very carefully. You have to look very carefully when you step in. Then the gods will offer you chances. Now God, there is a God with capital G. That is ultimate God. Capital G, God. There is small God, God. Who are these gods? Salman Rushdie in his speech, 1999 commencement speech, at one point says that in your life you will meet a lot of gods in your life, and they will prevent you from doing what you want to do. Fight them. So whoever tries to control you, they are the gods. One meaning. People who want to control your principal is your guide, your God. He says don't do this. Your teacher is your God. He says don't do this. DI sir is a God. He says don't do this. One meaning of God is one force that controls you. One meaning of God is a force that tries to control you. Another meaning of God is somebody superior to you, senior to you, who can guide you, who can help you, who can direct you, like your father is God, your mother is God, your teacher is God, your principal is God, your friend is God, your seniors are God. And in that sense, the gods will offer you chances. You know, what are chances? Chances to move in the right direction, a suggestion, an advice, a direction, an opportunity that comes to your way, and grab the opportunity, recognize the opportunity, grab the opportunity, follow the advice, know the chances, and take them on time. See, opportunity never knocks twice. And even if it does, it is not the same opportunity. It is said. It is the saying. Opportunity knocks only once your door. Open the door, grab it. And even if it knocks second time, it is not the same opportunity. So develop that capacity to recognize good opportunities. Develop that capacity to grab them on time. Move ahead.
Now we'll be studying the lines 12 to 16. You can't beat death, but you can beat death in life sometimes. And the more often you learn to do it, the more light there will be. Light is mentioned again here. And the line I was saying in the first stanza was, your life is your life. It's being repeated again. So with the first sentence we read, you can't beat death. Obviously we can't beat death, because whoever is born will be dying one day or the other. Whoever has come will go. But you can beat death in life. What he means by this sentence is, he is not saying the first line can be done. It cannot be possibly done. He is saying the second line still shows us an initiative that we can change. We can have ways which can help us to change our life, and we can actually beat death in life. But not in the whole center topic.
Okay, let me add here.
Yes, sir.
This death has denoted in meaning end of life. Very clear meaning. You can't avoid that. We have to die. This death has connotative meaning. Connotatively, death means end of something. Suppose you are doing BBA and you drop. You are died now. That's death. You left college before completing BBA. So that's a sort of death, because you could not complete that degree. Another meaning of death is, you are trying to achieve something and you quit. You give up before you achieve. And he's saying that don't do that. You can beat death in life means you can prevent, you can beat all the difficulties which create a hurdle for you. Look, Phil Knight. Phil Knight beat death in life many times. He went to Honolulu, he went to Hawaii, he went to Japan. He could have quit his crazy idea. He asked his daddy, and his grandma said, Japs, you want to go to Japan, they will kill you. He could have said, okay grandma, I won't go to Japan. If he had done that, he would not be beating death in life. So when Phil Knight goes to Japan, faces all the problems, takes all the risks, he is beating life, he is beating death in life. So one meaning of beating death in life means overcoming all the difficulties that come your way in your life. So what does this second death mean? You can beat death in life means you can overcome all the hurdles, all the difficulties, all the problems that come on the way when you are trying to achieve your dream in life. Did you get my meaning? Okay, go, continue.
The poet is also trying to show that with the same sentence, he is trying to show that you can beat death in life. He is saying take control of your life in your own hands since the first stanza. He also means that if you don't fight for your own life, then why is the life worth it for you? If you are not fighting for your own life, then why is it worthy for you to stay alive? Then he again mentions light again, and the more often you learn to do it, because he is encouraging us to fight more and more for ourselves by taking control. The more light there will be, the more often we beat death, the more often light there will be. He is trying to connect life and light here, because he is trying to show there is a positive impact on someone. We cannot be fully sure that if we take a change, if we take control of life in our own hand, we'll be getting a positive impact. But the poet wants it to see as an optimistic note that when we take control of our life, we will be getting light, and we will be beating the death or beating darkness, like the whole stanza, which is just showing that we're having a positive impact on our life if our life is in our own hands. Because
the word death also stands for passivity. Because when we die, we are 100% passive. We do nothing. When we die, we do nothing. We don't even breathe. So Death stands for passivity. Death stands for lack of all activity. Death stands for end of something, right? So when he says beat death, he might mean don't be passive in mind. Be active. Keep struggling. Keep moving. Then if you are not passive, if you keep struggling, ultimately you will see the light. Means you will see your dream come true. You will see your aim come true. You will see your desire come true. You will see the success come true. Look, Phil Knight did not stop. Phil Knight did not lose hope. Phil Knight did not give up. So he found his light. What was the light? The Nike shoe company. He saw the light. He saw the company, right? Yes, what?
Again, the line "your life is your life" mentioned here. He is at this point just trying to fix this idea in our brain, or like trying to plaster it. Like you need to take control of your life in your own hands, irrespective of what. You cannot let other people decide your life, because if you do that, you will be going to be dying soon. In this sense, though. Now we'll be moving to the last part of the poem, which is line number 17 to line number 20. Know it while you have it. You are marvelous. The gods wait to delight in you. Finally, he's using the lines of embarrassment here. Bukowski is making sure the poem flows with his idea. He has the idea of going against passivity. We know that by now. And he's trying to make the poem flow in the same manner so that it is connecting with his idea. Know it while you have it. You can also think of this as like there's a saying which says you only realize the value of something after you lose it. So we can connect it with that exactly. If right now my life's control is not in my hands and I have given the control of my life to someone else, I will be losing opportunities. I will not be able to focusing on my life as I wanted to. I'll be under someone's pressure. But if I avail it while I have the chance to get it back with me, I will be getting to do what I wanted. I'll be getting to go the path I wanted to walk at and not the path I was decided. This can be also be example can be given like what do you want to do in life? What do you want to be doing in life? What do your parents want you to do in life? These are two different ways. This is a different path. Most of us choose the parents' path because we believe that they have wisdom. They can show you the way. They can be predicting what can happen in your future. But as time passes on, many people regret or feel like maybe I should have done what I wanted to when I was young. Some do not succeed in that. Some are not that much comfortable in that life which they wanted to do in life. But they are still happy that at least they did what they wanted to. Still, I'm not saying the parents' path is wrong. I'm just saying follow what you want. Take a control of your life in your own hands. That does not mean we have to go and fight with our family, but still we need to put our point and our views that I want to do that. It is my life and I want to take control of it. The gods wait to delight in you. He's again taking the help of gods in the both senses, actual God and the people around you who are able to give you suggestions. So after reading the whole poem, I can give you 4 different points which will just clearly describe what he actually means to tell us. First would be focus on yourself. He's not asking us to be completely selfish, but he's saying always focus on yourself. Second, he's saying take a control of your own life. He has said that in every other slide, like 4 slides are there, whole 20 lines, he has repeated it maybe 5 times. So take control of your life. Have a sense of clarity. Only if you have clarity in your life, only if you can be clear about what you want to do, what you are predicting for your future, or what you have dreamt always.
He had clarity. He had the crazy idea, and he followed throughout his life that crazy. It was very clear. My idea is very good. I should follow it. Clarity. Be clear who you want to be in life. Be clear what you want to study in the future. Be clear what you want to achieve in life. Write in your diary in black and white. I want to be this girl in 5 years. I want to be in this country in 5 years. And every morning ask yourself what I'm doing for that day.
And the last thing that this is his word also, my words also. This last line is
Ever about Ikagai?
Ikagai. So not read, but know the book.
Ikigai or Ikigai, I don't know. I
Muragami-
don't know much about
Muragami
it.
Ikigai.
That's a philosophy in Japanese culture
Yes.
where you break big things into small chunks and you achieve them one by one.
To complete the
You
ultimate.
have a big dream, you break it into small pieces and you achieve one step to one, step by step, and you achieve those. Ikigai.
Ikigai, sir.
I don't know much about, but I like that idea. Okay.
So this is also the writer's words. This is also my own words. It is only you that can take measures to change your life. No one, like we say that you should do take care of your own life on your own. Don't take help of others, because no one will be spoon feeding you your whole life. At some point of time, you need to realize that that moment will come when you need to take charge of everything happening around your life. You will be responsible someday. You have to be counting yourself accountable for the actions you are doing. I'm not trying to make you feel like you guys have grown up, you are 20, 21 now, but I'm just trying to say that at some point of life, spoon feeding will stop. Spoon feeding is not wrong, because early stages of life, we don't know what to do. We are being guided, it's fine. But slowly we need to know that spoon feeding is not healthy for us, obviously, and also how we need to start implementing our own ideas in our own life and not being influenced by others and doing what they tell us to do. I would be concluding my poem with one sentence. I'm trying to make him say it to you guys. I said it, but I'm trying to make him say it from him, from the poet itself to you guys. So just read it once. I also like to write something funny. I don't know if you guys get the. It's not. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay. So thank you for listening to my wonderful poem, and I recommend all of you to apply this in your life. Okay. Thank you. Good again. Let me add a couple of things that I'd like to add to this, what he has already said. Thank you once again, SSC, for your nice presentation. Where is the duster? Got it. You know, literature does primarily literature instructs us. Literature gives us instruction. Primarily, literature is supposed to give us instruction. And when I say literature is supposed to give us instruction, what do I mean? Let me explain that to you. Okay, just a minute. I wish I had a camera person too, right? Okay. I'll continue. Okay. So I said, literature instructs us. It means literature guides us in our life. How? By telling what is right thing to do and what is wrong thing to do. Now, how does literature do it? It does this teaching in an entertaining manner. Literature educates us in a very entertaining way. And one example of such entertaining education is poetry. Why? Because poems have lyrical quality. You can sing them. I do not know if there is a video recorded on YouTube. You can check if there is a song, if somebody has sung this. Poems they have lyrical quality. You can sing them like lyric. Another, poems have very good imagery. They have musical sound. He, in a beautiful way, explained the technical things about this poem. He talked about what you mean by the line that runs to next line. I'll add something I did not tell. For example, every time you read a piece of literature, you are entering a fictional world. So the poem has a world. The poem we are reading, it is a world. And in that world, there will be a speaker. There will be a hearer. There will be a message. There will be a context. There will be a medium. There will be values. Now, when you read a story, you say there is a narrator. But when you read a poem, you don't say there is a narrator. When you read a poem, you have a speaker or you have a poetic persona. The person who is speaking to you in the poem is called the speaker or poetic persona, not narrator. Now, look here. It says, your life is your life. And you saw the whole poem. You clearly felt that the speaker is offering advice to the hearer. He is saying that you should hold control of your life. You should not let other people get hold of your life. He says, there is light, look for the light. And follow the light. Follow the gods. Beat death. So you will see every sentence, it starts with a verb. Do this, do this, do this, don't do that, don't do that, don't do that. So there is clear instruction. There is clear instruction. So this is, the poem gives a moral lesson. And there is a technical word for such poems which I am not able to remember right now. There is a very particular word. There is a particular word for kind of writing which gives you moral lesson. I am sorry that right now I can't recall the word. The word has come up here, I can't bring it from my mouth. There is a very technical word that describes kind of writing which gives you moral lesson. I can't recall the word. So the poem offers a moral lesson. We have the speaker. You can say the poetic persona. We have the hearer. Who is this hearer? Now this hearer can be us in this class, or the readers, whoever reads the poem, or young people, or students. What is the message? Message is very clear. You are the master of your destiny. You are the creator of your life. So be watchful, be responsible, be alert, watch out what's happening around you. Be very careful. What is the context? There is a preacher, there is a teacher in this poem who is preaching. What is he preaching? He is preaching a moral lesson. What is the medium? Medium is the poem, printed poem in the copy. Right? These were the things I wanted to aid. We have come to the end of the class. So now write the notes at home, write in the books. Right? Any questions you want to ask us? Thank you. Thank you.